Y'all know nothing about this. You need to pay attention. Sit back and relax. It's time for Goodalls Country Kitchen. All right, family's here. We're in Bimini, and we've already completed our 3-day adventure. But I'm going to use this as the intro because I ended up covering a lot of Bimini history. There's a lot of story tales of things that have happened here in Bimini. This used to be a getaway where people would think they were coming away in private to do whatever. Got mafia stories, all kinds of stuff. So stick around, but make sure you watch the whole video or you could miss a special precious gem. We had 3 days of nothing but great food and did a lot of great activities. So this video is going to be about great food and things to do here in Bimini. So stay tuned. All right, back in Bimini. First time since the June 30th. Of 2007 when Melissa and I got engaged. Look at those blue waters, bluish green. That's the ship that we came over on out of Fort Lauderdale, the ferry. Anyway, we're staying at this Hilton Resort. It wasn't even here the last time I was here. There were no resorts here when I was here. So this is going to be a new excursion. Stick around, plenty of fun to come. All right, I'm going to show you where we're at here at the Hilton Resort. This is just one of the little pools that's at our building, which runs the whole length of this building. Goes all the way down there. Swim up bar. You can eat and drink right here in the pool. So yeah, this is like a first time for me staying in something this nice, not only in Bimini, but probably anywhere ever. Nicest hotel I've ever been to. Actually, the first time I heard of Bimini was when I was a kid and I would hear stuff about the Bermuda Triangle. Bimini is actually located on one tip of the triangle that goes, of course, all the way to Bermuda. And there's been many ships and airplanes lost in this area, which you can look all that up. And also, we're not going to be doing it this trip, but there's a lot of good deep sea fishing excursions, scuba diving, and snorkeling. With my limited use of my shoulder, I don't think I'm going to be doing any of that. I'll never be able to deep sea fish again. But anyway, there's just tons of stuff to do like that here in Bimini. So just wanted to let you know that. See, everybody pretty much travels by golf cart. Okay. You're welcome. Beach bar, which I will be bringing the family here later. This has turned into like a little foodie corridor up here on what's known as Kings Highway. They got CJ's restaurant up here, M&M. Ice cream parlor. This is called Radio Beach. And this is where Melissa and I actually got engaged 17 years ago this week. All right, now we're at the what's known as the straw market here. Spent a lot of time here in the old days. I'm going to be bringing the girls down here. See a little Junkanoo. All right. Okay, this is like returning to the scene of the crime. Coming up on the Big Game Club. That's where I used to stay every time I used to come to Bimini. Back when I used to stay here, this was considered the Ritz, so to speak. This is where a lot of your big-time fishermen come to dock up at the marina and go on big game fishing trips here. Tell you a little story about the old Chicago Mafia boss, Tony Accardo, and show you where he ended up getting his nickname and how it came about. All right, so we're gonna eat dinner here tonight. The Big Game Club. Let me show you a little bit around here. You have the rooms, the hotel rooms, which are nice, but what I used to prefer to stay was over here in the cottages. See, all those are fishing boats. You don't have like big yachts or whatever to stay here. Everybody's here for fishing. And just look at that blue water. Crystal clear. You can see every detail at the bottom. And that's probably 12 to 15 feet deep right there. Yeah, these are the villas I was telling you about. I probably stayed at half of these. And that is Bimini Bay out here, by the way. Okay, y'all know how I roll. Neighbors over here next to us just offered me. I was asking about their conch fritters, and they said, well, hey, we got some left. Would you like them? So I told them, I said, well, I would have waited for y'all to walk away first, but being that you asked, here we go. Conch fritters. It's like a big conch hush puppy. Mm. You can't see the conch because it's white, but it's filled with chewy pieces of conch. It wouldn't be proper if I didn't bless it with grace. Appreciate that. Okay. Gotta wash it down with the Bahamian mainstay Kalik. Overlooking Bimini Bay. Melissa, what are you thinking so far of our first day in Bimini?
Thinking this ice cold Kalik is tasting wonderful right now.
I hear you. It's pretty hot.
It's the prettiest water I've ever seen.
But just the water alone, the colors of the water, makes it all worthwhile coming here. And of course, to reminisce from 17 years ago when I asked this lovely lady to marry me. And that's not the Kalik talking. Well, I'm sticking with Bahamian dishes tonight. Got the shrimp and a little cheeseburger, and Mary's got calamari. But I've got a Bahamian staple, which is a fried lobster tail with a double order of peas and rice, which is also another Bimini staple. All right. They scooped the meat, sliced it, and filleted it. And then I said they deep fry it. Very good. The breading, I got a little breading on the outside, which is kind of spicy for a breading. Okay, now the peas and rice. That's got a hint of some Creole seasoning in there. Perfect accompaniment with the fried lobster. All right, I'm going to use some of Melissa's sauce. Of course, you know I've got the Grace on there, but I'm going to accentuate. It's either a spicy mayo or a chipotle. By the way, this is a different lobster. This is what's called Florida lobster. It doesn't have pinchers. It's just tail. Melissa was gracious enough to let me have one of her shrimp. Looks like it got a nice light breading on it. Good size. I'm just going to eat it naked, no sauce. Really good. All right, first night in the books. Good choice tonight. Tomorrow we're going to go a little more rustic, beachside, Bahamian delicacies. So stay tuned. Well, we're at the beach club here at the Hilton Resort. Mary! Here's another angle of the beach here. That's where Mary McKenzie and them are down there. And I actually stayed down there at that point one time. I think it's called Basil's Point now, but I stayed at an old hotel owned by a gentleman named Basil. It was the only thing down at this whole end of the island before any of this resort was ever built. Looking around, that's where we arrived yesterday. That's where the big ferry ships and the cruise liners come in. Right there at the Hilton Resort, the main building. I'm going to hit two different places on this stop. I'm going to get some cracked lobster at Special K's. I had lobster last night at Big Game Club, but I think this is a different style. It's tenderized, removed from the shell. So I'm going to come back here in a few minutes, get this, and now we're going to go over here to Stewart's conch stand, and I'm going to get some conch salad. See it being made to order. They make every order fresh. And actually the conch, you see the lime there? The conch, they put the lemon or the lime juice in there, and it actually cooks the conch like you would get like at a Mexican restaurant. You get like the
lime is not cooking the conch.
oh, it doesn't cook it? Just flavors? What cooks it?
Nothing. You're confusing conch salad and ceviche.
Oh yeah, okay.
Ceviche, the lime marinates it. The conch is raw. The lime is just a sauce.
Okay, well what cooks the conch?
Nothing.
Oh, it's just raw.
Yeah.
So I've been eating like conch sushi all these years and didn't even know it.
Yes, sir.
You learn something every day. Been eating conch salad for 30 years and didn't know the lime juice didn't cook it. All right, show you out here. Sitting out here overlooking Bimini Bay. Got the conch salad made fresh. And you see here an island of conch shells. Oh, some pretty nice looking shells over there. I might actually have to grab a couple of them and take home. Big ones too. There's another little island of shells. You don't think they make it fresh here? Check again. Look at that water, so crystal clear. See a little fish in there. All right, I want to start with the conch salad. I've already had it here on the first day I got here, but I was told that this place had the best from a very good source. So, and the lady who works here said that my Grace was not near as hot as their homemade pepper sauce. So I'm going to accentuate with their homemade pepper sauce and just a touch of Grace. How about that? I'm going to let my cracked conch cool down. I said, what makes it crack? They said, well, they take it, remove it from the shell. They tenderize it, cut it up and tenderize it, and then fry it. So, man, I love this conch salad. Man, that pepper sauce is hot. All these years, I thought that the conch was cooked in the lime. Straight out of the conch shell, fresh. Uncooked. Pepper sauce is for real. And you see it's basically mixed with like a Mexican ceviche, the bell pepper, tomato, onion, and then of course that lime. I'm telling you, this pepper sauce, if I could find a way to get this at home, this isn't one of those things I think you can bottle it. I think it's made fresh. It's got a nice flaky breading. I was watching them. They bread every order. Ain't nothing sitting around. Tenderized conch with this spicy chipotle. I'm going to put a little bit of this hot pepper sauce on there. That is so sweet, tender, and tasty. The breading got a nice zesty spiciness to it. And the sauce is good. All right. Kinsey likes it. She says it tastes like chicken. All right. Now I got to try it with the garlic salt. I see everybody's got the garlic salt on every table. So let me try this. I'm always going to be drawn back here to Bimini for this conch salad, the blue-green waters that match my wife's eyes, by the way. There's nothing like this anywhere else. You've got to come to Bimini. Almost forgot. The food was so good, I forgot to wash it down with this ice-cold Collect. This is actually the best part. Might be the best part right here is the drippings. And I ain't even gonna front. This isn't even dinner. This is the appetizer I'm having before dinner. I'm gonna have dinner up on the Queens Highway up on the beach later.
What are you having for dinner?
I'm sure it's gonna be something deep fried and Bahamian. All right, be right back. Got a little stingray. Oh, now we got a bigger one. Must be mom and baby over here. People are asking me about this shirt, my Goodalls Country Kitchen merch. Since I'm down here, they're like, what in the world's Goodalls Country Kitchen? Well, my buddy Steve Logston from Premier Corporate Wear and Promotionals makes these t-shirts for me. So I want to give Steve a big shout out, and Steve's going to play a bigger part when I come back to Naples tomorrow and we do a review there. I'm going to tell you more about Steve. All right, I'm at the straw market here in downtown Bimini, Alistown, I believe. And even though there's not much open here today, on a busy weekend or something, this place is just thriving with retailers out here selling all their Bimini tourist merchandise. Kids are over there shopping for shirts now. We're going to hit another couple places before we get here, but this is one of the landmark spots here in Old Bimini. And I was saying, there is a ton of history here in Bimini. One of the things that I was remembering last night was this place became famous. I think it was 1987 when Democrat presidential hopeful Gary Hart was caught in photographs with the infamous Donna Rice. And turns out they were having an affair, and that immediately ended his presidential hopes. Also, you saw on the other video I mentioned about Tony Accardo acquired his nickname, the Big Tuna, here. Okay, here's something I want to follow up on what I talked about last night with the Big Tuna, Tony Accardo. Let me show you where the nickname derived. This is Blue Water Marina. I used to fish out of here back in the 90s. Rent my golf carts here from Captain Pat. I don't even know if he's still here or not. I used to fish out of here with Captain Jerome and his first mate, Bobby. I doubt if Captain Jerome's still around, but I'm sure Bobby's still in the game. And here's what I was talking about. The Gold Medal Awards. And there he is. Joseph Accardo, Tony Accardo. Tuna, 1974. So there you have it, folks. The Big Tuna. I guess Joe was his son. Can't confirm that. If you ever wondered where he got the nickname, the Big Tuna, there it is. The FBI actually followed him one time to Bimini and took surveillance video of he and Joey Iupa. So, I mean, apparently Tony Accardo liked to come here a lot because, of course, you know, he loved tuna fishing, big fisherman, and apparently in the 60s and 70s, he used to frequent here quite a bit. What you need, Mary?
I need money. I need like $40.
Oh, wow. All right, we'll be back. Down here, the hotel breakfast. It's buffet only. More of a high quality than a breakfast buffet than you would get in Louisville at a Frisch's or a Shoney's. They got all the good stuff. The only thing they don't have is biscuits and gravy. They don't know nothing about no biscuits and gravy. Just a little example here. I'm going to do breakfast and lunch, so I got a big turkey and salami sandwich, omelet, grits with hot sauce and jelly, more eggs and hot sauce, and of course the wedges. Very good. I got to mention another Bahamian staple, Bimini staple, is the Bimini bread. So nice and fluffy and sweet. Kinsey got some too. Of course, I made my sandwich with it.
So I was thinking that later today we should go to that lagoon thing.
And they got muffins, assorted desserts. That looks good. It's like a little cream filled. There's another. You can go over to that bar and get breakfast sandwiches if you want. There's a sushi bar over here that opens for dinner. And this is just one little part of this hotel. Little outdoor bar I was telling you about. Goes the whole length of the hotel on this building. Checking out Evie and Pats. And all the years I was here, I never came here. Been here for 22 years. And all the conchs. Bet they've been through a ton of conch salad. This place is kind of off in the cut. Tucked away. If you didn't know where you're going, you wouldn't even know where this place was. But I'm glad I found it. I'm already liking the vibes here. I love those conch fritters so much. Last night at the Big Game Club, I had to get them here too. Looking very good. All right, conch fritters. These look a little different than the ones that I got at Big Game Club. These look like batter dip.
These are straight out of the fryer.
Yep.
I'm thinking about a lot of Indians.
I like these better than Big Game Club. Y'all need to dig in on these. All right. Mary, it's Viking time. All right, so I'm trying it with the Chipotle, but I went and got their special pepper sauce, and at first they handed me one that was just like a real deep red, rich pepper sauce, and then I asked for the one that like they would use for conch salad. Mix them together. Here we go. Try it.
Is it spicy?
Yes, but it's delicious. Dip there, triple dip.
Industry plant. Industry plant.
Damn.
Well, how do you just throw a little of it?
I haven't met her since then, you know.
Oh, look, there's a shark.
A shark.
Right here.
Mary,
There's a, I think that's a nurse shark.
I'll go get Mary.
it's coming underneath, Kenzie.
All right. Mary,
What?
she got the shrimp. And believe it or not, she kind of likes the spicy chipotle.
Huh?
Yeah, and Mackenzie got the cracked lobster. Look at that. Oh yeah. They take it right out. Oh my gosh, it comes with two. She got two whole lobsters. And Melissa got the chicken. And I got the cracked conch. I've never had cracked conch before. I've only had conch salad. Mmm. Very good. Home cut fries. So, do you like this restaurant? And what'd you just tell me a minute ago?
That it's like the best restaurant on the island.
Wow, sounds rehearsed. Mackenzie, what do you think of your lobster?
I really like it. It's really good with fish sauce.
It looks good. Actually, you got two lobsters, so I got the pepper sauce along with the chipotle.
I should have ordered that too. That's
If
good.
there's any question, I'm coming back to Bimini. I am 100% sure now I'm coming. This is the best food that I've had since I've been in Bimini, and it's all been good. All right. Little cracked lobster. Viking style.
You're gonna make it. Yeah, it's Viking style. Something like that.
Mmm. The owner since 40 years.
Yeah, that's right, Evie. You know me from my little kid.
This is Jacob Baby.
Jacob Baby, one and only Jacob Baby. I
So-
be here all the time.
You've been in Bimini your whole life?
No back and forward to the United States. My children lives in the States, but I be back and forward every year.
Okay. All right. Well, I ran into him as we were walking in, and he said he was going to come talk to us, so I'm glad you did. And I've been coming here since the 90s. I love this place. And this is actually the best food we've had here since we've been in Bimini the last 3 days.
I believe that because I eat here just about every day.
Evie and Pats.
Yeah, that's why I hang here, because I know all the staff, they good cooks, and they very appreciated, and they love the customers, and they treat everybody nice.
While I was here, I saw fishing boats coming up, delivering conch, everything. Met the expert behind the scenes. Mercado is the main cook and prepper, and he just asked me what the two most ingredients were in the restaurant business, because I told him about my past in the restaurant industry, and I wanted him to repeat what those two ingredients are. He totally caught me off guard.
They are inside everyone's kitchen. Use common sense and cook with love. Just use common sense and cook it with love.
There you go.
It's inside everyone's kitchen. It's in everyone's
Absolutely.
kitchen. It's not the ingredients, because you could have the right ingredients. But if you don't use common sense and how to use the ingredients, and if you don't do it with love, it's not going to taste right.
There you go. And that's how it gets to the soul part of food right there.
That's right. That's right.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You take care. Hopefully you'll be YouTube famous next week. It wasn't the ideal situation. Where are you going?
Where are we walking?
No, come here. I was hoping to get the sunset, but on the anniversary of being engaged 17 years ago, I wanted to come to the same spot. And come here. I got her some earrings for our 17th engagement anniversary.
Get down on
And I
one
want
knee.
you to hold these. And I just want to ask you, will you please stay married to me?
Yes.
Oh.
Stop. Ew.
Thank you for staying married to me.
Oh, I do.
I love you
stop.
too.
You guys are so cringe.
All right, here's some more Bimini history. The home of Ernest Hemingway, and the former bar here called the Complete Angler, which was the former home of Ernest Hemingway. See there, a picture of him and his wife. He lived here when he wrote the book Islands in the Stream, which was based off of him living here at that time. And this place burned down, I guess it was about 20 or 25 years ago. It was a very popular bar, and it was a motel, and as I said, the former home of Ernest Hemingway. The sun glaring. Trying to get a better shot here. The only thing left is the stone foundation and the old chimney. And there you have it. Ernest Hemingway. Loved He loved coming here deep sea fishing for tuna and marlin, which as you see there, he's got a humongous marlin, which looks like half of it got eaten by a great white shark or something. Pauline Hemingway giving her husband Ernest a haircut while visiting Bimini. But of course, he did more than visit, he actually lived here. All right, there's a lot of history here at this spot. This is the site of the old Chalks Airline, had the airplane boats. I used to come over here in the early days of my coming here on Chalks Airline. And as a matter of fact, 3 weeks after the last time I flew on Chalks Airline, they had a fatal crash leaving Miami. All were lost aboard that flight. I think about 30 people died that day, most of which were Bimini residents. Very unfortunate. Chalks Airline shut down after that point. This is also another historic scene, because if you've seen the movie Silence of the Lambs, you remember at the very end of the video, you see Dr. Chilton getting off of a Chalks airplane right over here. And as he's panicking getting off, you see Hannibal Lecter sitting in a little cabana bar, and he's telling Clarice, I'm going to get off, but I'm having a friend for dinner. Well, then you see Hannibal Lecter following Chilton down this street over here. And that's the closing scene of the movie in Silence of the Lamb. The credits are going down at the end of the movie as you see Hannibal Lecter walking down that road right there. All right, we're back here at Radio Beach. See Sherry's, which I talked about earlier, and I'm going to get Mackenzie some ice cream. M&M Ice Cream Parlor. Let's see what we can get. See, they got the fresh dipped ice cream. This is an actual ice cream parlor. You get different fixings up there. Right here on the beach. All right, I have the icon of Bimini, Miss Sarah, used to own and operate the old end of the world bar known as the Sand Bar. Sherry, my other friend here, was Sarah's daughter, who has unfortunately passed away. How long ago was it?
About 6 years.
6 years ago. Bill and I used to come here back in the 90s, and our whole trips would revolve around Sarah and her daughter Sherry. It was like they were the entertainers and made you feel like you were at home here in Bimini. A lot of things have changed here. It's our last day, and I'm so glad I got to run into Sarah because it makes me feel like the old days, like I'm back in the old days of Bimini, make you feel like family. You have anything you want to add, Sarah?
No, not really. I'm just so happy to see you and your family and beautiful daughters. I hope to see you again before I get too old.
Well, if we do come back, I think we want to stay at the Big Game Club and make it like the old days.
Big game.
We were at the new resort this time.
Up there?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that changed everything.
Yeah, they really changed. They changed
Right.
everything, yeah. But they have Airbnb up there, so
Yeah.
you got Airbnb?
No, we stayed in the
In the
hotel.
hotel? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Well,
Airbnb might have been
if you come to Bimini, you got to look up Sherry's old place up on the hill on Radio Beach,
Sherry's
where I
on
got
the-
engaged.
Sherry's on the beach, yeah.
Sherry's on the beach. Sherry's daughter or granddaughter's running it?
Her daughter.
Her
my
daughter's running
granddaughter.
it. Sarah's granddaughter, yes. All right. So make sure you stop in and say hello when you get here.
Please do.
All right, what a fitting end. I'm back here at Stewart's Conch Shack. I'm getting one last conch salad and a cold calic before we go to the ferry. So you see behind me, guys are getting those conchs fresh out of Bimini Bay over here, dressing them up, ready to serve over here, as you will see in the video that I've done. So I hope you enjoyed your little tour of Bimini with me and my family. And I think this is definitely going to be a go-to place for us in the future. So had a lot of great fun with people I knew from many years ago. And the food was outstanding every place I went. And y'all don't know nothing about Bimini, Bahamas.
Now you know the facts